am so happy and grateful that you can tune into this channel. My name is Ari and I am here because I want to spend time with you and I want to talk about an experience that I had. So, I recently went shopping and I don't even know how many times in my life I've been shopping, but this experience was different than any experience I've ever had, and I want to talk to you about those differences. So, first of all, I am a spiritual journey consultant, so I'm constantly noticing what I believe and altering those beliefs to serve my experience. I believe that the mind is a tool that my awareness is experiencing. The mind is something that my awareness is here to experience. And to me, awareness is a piece of infinite consciousness projected into this physical form for experience of what it means to be alive as the version of self that I am. So here I am, alive in this body, wanting to find these new pieces of energy, I guess you would say. And in order for me to arrive into having these new pieces of energy into my life experience, shopping is involved. I go to a store and I look around and I find something that brings me joy, something that brings me love, something that I truly and completely love. I didn't always do this when I was shopping. That's a story for another time. But I like to find things that I truly love, that truly serve my experience to be the best that it possibly can be, because truly the stuff that I own does impact my experience. The objects that surround me impact my experience. So I like to be surrounded by objects that I truly love and truly enjoy with all of my being, to allow me to continue to be in an elevated state of consciousness. I love the states of peace, joy, enlightenment, love, expression, truth. Those are some of my favorite states of consciousness. And I notice that there are certain objects that I can introduce into my environment, such as lighting a candle, cooking a delicious meal. These are ways that I can allow my physical reality, these physical objects that my consciousness is experiencing, I can allow these objects to enhance my state of being, which is amazing. And up until this year, I've honestly been focusing on the opposite of that. So because of the teachings that I was following and still follow to this day, these teachings were showing me that my internal state is not dependent upon the external reality. That yes, the external reality does influence the state of being of an expression of self. However, if we are aware of ourselves, if we are aware of the choice that we have in the emotional and mental realms, we can choose to think thoughts and feel emotions that match the states that we would like to be in. So if we want to be in a certain state, we can be in that state in any environment. It might take discipline, it might be difficult, it might be easy, but if we want to be in a state of peace, we can choose that state in any place at any time. We also can notice, I feel more peaceful when I sit in the grass versus when I sit in a chair, or I feel more peaceful when I have this type of clothing versus another type of clothing. There can be a way for us to choose our environment to allow us to be in that state of being that we enjoy being in without the need for the internal discipline. So, I'm studying all this stuff. I've been a student of this stuff for more than 5 years, and I love it. It's my passion in life. It's my calling. I'm obsessed with the mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual worlds, and how they all come together, doing the work to bring them all in union. Because have you ever experienced that before? Your mind's in one place and your heart's in another. Like, it's so great to find the union between mind, body, heart, soul. Amazing. I'm super passionate about that as well, which is why some of you might have experienced my guided meditations before, some of you might have not, but I love guiding meditation. It's so fun and so powerful for us to be aware of who we truly are, to be aware of our own concept of ourselves, to notice how our thoughts are shaping the experiences that we remember, noticing our ability to choose in every single moment from the realm of infinite possibility, the quantum field. I love this stuff. So I'm going to talk about this stuff in relation to the memories that I have from yesterday when I went shopping and I bought something, okay? So I had a great experience with my mind. Now, this is something new that I am observing. So my mind is a servant to my awareness. So in this moment right now, I can just sit and be quiet and still. And I am at peace right now. I hear my inner voice. I hear my mind communicating to my awareness, okay? Now, I can choose as awareness to purposely say to myself, I am in chaos right now. Is this true for you too? This is my truth. This is my experience here. So I can notice what's in my mind. I am at peace right now. My mind is communicating to me that the mind, the energy that is aware of the presence of my body is at peace. My awareness then can say, I am at peace right now too, or I can say, thank you for communicating that. Like, I notice within me that I am both receiving thought and I am also giving thought. So I can be the author of thought. I can create whatever thought I want to experience. I can choose whatever thought I want to experience, rather, because really in the mental realm, in the realm of thought, every single thought exists. It's all there. It's just our choice to become aware of it, to receive it, rather. So noticing my mental space while I am in the process of receiving a new experience has been so fun for me and so important for me. I've noticed my mind telling a story, and honestly, most of the time, the story that I notice happening within myself is equivalent to what I experience outside of myself, outside of my body. And maybe the words aren't exactly completely true. Like, it's very difficult to describe stuff like this, so I'm doing my best. This isn't scripted. I'm literally just speaking out of consciousness because that's how I like to create these videos. Yeah. So anyways, I decided to go to my favorite store to find these things that I was excited. I didn't have a specific object in mind. I didn't have a specific need. It was more of just like, I'm just looking to see what my favorite store has. And you know, there were some things that I was like, okay, it'd be nice to find this, it'd be nice to find that, like that type of thing. But it was so cool how I was driving and I found this other store, and this other store was, as soon as my eyes were able to see this store, within me, I heard a thought that then suggested to myself that it would be great to go here. This would be a good decision. So I went to that store, and in that store I found the favorite thing, my new favorite thing, and it was the perfect price and it was exactly what I wanted. A couple days prior to this, a different store that I went into, I received a thought that basically said, you're not going to find anything in here that you like. And you know, I was with someone and I expressed this thought, and I expressed that I was upset to see and witness that my mind was not feeling like, or just not that the mind doesn't feel, but my mind was communicating to myself that there wasn't going to be anything in this store for me, that I wasn't going to buy anything here. And that's exactly what happened. I couldn't find anything that gave me that high energy, that love, that peace. I like to find things that are just putting me into that state naturally and easily. If there's anything about the thing that I don't really like, I probably won't bring that thing into my experience. So yeah, I truly enjoy how often, because of everything I've been through, like this thing that I'm about to say, I don't think it would have been true 10 years ago. Well, it definitely wouldn't have been true 10 years ago, because I wasn't even listening to my thoughts about reality 10 years ago. I started listening to my thoughts about reality at the age of 20. So during the age of 20, I started to listen to my thoughts about reality. The last time I remember before that was around the age of 7 or 8. I listened to my thoughts about reality, and there was a traumatic experience and some traumatic thoughts, and I basically shut out my connection to my mind. And I guess something inside me preferred not to listen to my mind, so I stopped listening to myself. I stopped knowing myself. I used to call those years my zombie years, because I felt like I was just being a zombie, going with emotions, taking things day by day. But then around the age of 20, when I became aware of my mind, aware of the energy of my mind, aware that I could actually listen to some kind of dialogue, I could hear words inside of me that were expressions of myself. First of all, I noticed how much work I wanted to do on myself. I noticed the things that I wanted to change, and I was able to make those changes. I read a bunch of different books about the brain, about the heart, about life, about spirituality, and I let all of these ideas shape me into a version of myself that is very open to my inner world. I'm excited to notice what I'm focusing on within me, and what it is that I'm seeing with my inner sight, what it is that I'm knowing with my inner voice, what is it that my mind is calling for. I love to listen to my body before I go into certain experiences. I've mostly been focused on the mind, but the body is also giving me information. The body is also communicating to me what it needs, and what is going to be best for it, and what it would like to experience. And the same goes for my heart as well. But I just thought it was really interesting to, through the simple experience of going into a store and buying something, have all this new awareness of, wow, my mind does share thoughts with my awareness prior to the experience that actually are legitimate information. And someone could argue that, and I like this argument that, well, it's not like an argument, but like this concept that because the mind wants to know and the mind wants to prove itself to be right, if the mind believes something to be true, like the mind believing that I wouldn't find anything in that one store, the mind will control the self to experience that reality that it believes to be true, and it will not accept any other information. It will not accept any other experience, because it wants to prove itself to be right. So that is why I believe it's so important to notice that my mind is a servant to my awareness. So if my mind is telling me I am unlovable, I can realize, okay, I would like to, if I was actually having that thought, I would like to see where that thought is coming from. I would like to reimagine those past experiences that are shaping my current reality. And I would like to notice, after doing that inner work, what is it that my mind is believing now? What is it that my mind is communicating to me now? what steps, what processes, what experiences can I go through in order to receive a thought that is different, that tells me I am lovable, if that is the experience that I want to have. For me, life happens in formulas. We can notice what it is about our experience right now that we do not want. We can notice what it is that we have been experiencing, that we have memories of, that we do not want to experience. And we can notice the mind that was playing a role in the part of having that experience happen. And if we can find what it is that the mind was directing the awareness into, and what it is that the mind was believing about the self, we can then see an easy pathway for what it is that we will be working on in the future to arrive into a moment in time where the mind is giving us information that matches the energy of the experiences that we would like to experience. Such as, I can afford to buy anything and everything that I want and need. I allow myself to experience the reality of my dreams. I love myself and I want the best for myself. This is what I'm hearing when I'm focused on my mind at this time, in this moment right now. Those last 3 sentences, I was just using this connection that I have with my mind, listening and hearing what's within. I'm a little nervous about what these people are going to think about me. That's another one that was coming through. I like to be aware of my mind. I like to see myself as a channel with this beautiful, loving, light energy of pure goodness, awareness, divine perfection existing within me, that is aware of different streams of consciousness that I can choose from. I truly could have chosen to talk about anything today. Why did I choose about this? Because I'm passionate about this, because I love this, and it's because it is connected to the work that I do. And I'm excited to share with more people what the work is that I do, in that I increase my circle of connections as well as increasing the income. I'm just being honest. I do love making money, and I've never been around people that truly love money and appreciate money and see money as a tool, like, not that I know of, so I get a little nervous when I talk like that, just because to me it's not what I'm used to hearing, and it's I've arrived at that place where, like, I truly love participating in the world as it is, and I do believe that by participating in the world, I can do the small things that make the world a better place, one day at a time. So I used to really hate money. I used to really hate shopping. I used to really hate stuff. But then I realized I was creating something not so great. And then I started to see the positives of people sharing their creativity and participating in sharing this energy that gives people life experiences that they truly love. And it's truly amazing to live in the world and create whatever we want to create. So I'm gonna stop being nervous about expressing myself. I'm gonna do my best. Maybe say a couple positive affirmations, like, I'm surrounded by a bunch of people that enjoy listening to me talk. They truly have nothing to worry about. Everything's good. I also love doing EFT tapping. There's these certain points on the body that are meridians. And I'm not like certified. I haven't studied EFT tapping, so I don't really know why do we tap on these points of the body. I have no idea. All I know is that EFT stands for Emotional Freedom Technique, and apparently you can free yourself of patterns of experiencing certain emotions. So right now, starting off, like, I'm realizing that I'm self-conscious and I'm nervous that people are going to be upset by my point of view. People are not going to agree with my point of view, and that's scary. But I love and accept myself anyways. That's kind of how we start. And then we just go through it and say, I know people have a right to have any opinion, and their opinion is none of my business. So I'm going to relax, and I'm going to let myself be myself. and it's all gonna be good. I am a person in the world. And I believe certain things and I experience certain things, and it's truly great to be able to share with you. So, yeah. The thing that triggered all my nervousness was like saying that I want to increase my income. I want to increase my income. Like, that's the truth. I want to live in a beautiful home. I want to be eating amazing foods. A lot of the experiences, not a lot of them, some of the experiences, and my income is so great right now, and I'm so grateful for it, but it is exciting to dream of greater levels of income. Like, the level of income that I have received up until this point has been a dream as well. And I remember talking about my income in previous videos and talking about continuing to increase the level of impact, increase the amount of people that I connect with, increase the amount of people I share my work with. And if I do increase the amount of people that I share my work with, I will increase the income that I'm receiving. So anyways, I love to do this spiritual work. I love to talk about the simple experiences that I have and just how great it is to do that inner work. Another thing that I wanted to talk about is noticing how often during this shopping experience that I had, I was able to talk with so many amazing people. So I believe this is another benefit of being aware of loving and positive thoughts within the energy of the mind and the body. If you can find a inner dialogue that is loving and caring, I truly believe, just because of my experiences, I truly believe that I have been a magnet for much more positive and much more loving human beings once I made those inner shifts to have a more positive and loving inner dialogue. So if you are experiencing difficulty in connecting with others, check in with your inner dialogue. There could be multiple factors that influence the type of connections that you have with others, and that influence the interactions that you have in your human life experience. One of the things that I notice for myself is when my inner dialogue is peaceful and positive and loving, I tend to have peaceful and positive interactions with the people around me. If I'm, in a state of worry or fear or needing to be validated, I think the interactions can kind of almost give more energy to the state I'm already experiencing. This is what I'm noticing. So if I'm already noticing like insecurity about my looks, it's almost like more things will happen that bring me into insecurity about my looks. That's what I'm noticing about my experience of communicating with the universe and communicating with the energy of life to show life the experiences that I would prefer to experience. I believe that it starts within, and I have life experience proof that shows me, I think that statement of life happening within, like as above, so below, as within, so without, like I think it's kind of true. I'm having these experiences that give me more reason to continue to think this way. So I'm not saying that, this is how life works and this is what's happening. I'm just saying I'm having experiences, I'm believing certain things, and I think it's common to believe things to be true, or to make statements like people are so kind and loving and generous, and then people that are kind, loving, and generous just like show up because you believe that people are kind, loving, and generous, so people that are kind, loving, and generous are going to show up. You know what I'm saying? So me believing that the way my inner world is will influence my outer world. It could just be I'm believing that, so then life is showing me that. I think that is exciting, you know, even if it's just an idea that is only happening to be truth for me because I'm believing it to be truth. It is useful for me to believe that it is true that my inner world influences my outer world, because for me personally, it's really easy to do that inner work. It's really fun to do that inner work. I like the experiences that I have with my mind and my heart and my body while I'm doing that inner work to change my inner world, to get more intimate with myself, to experience what's truly within me. Like, I truly enjoy learning about myself and having a deeper relationship with myself. And if learning about myself and having a deeper relationship with myself gives me experience of a better world, a world that I love to be alive in, a world where I'm treated with respect and kindness, a world where I have all the resources that I could ever want and need, like, that's really cool. It's really cool that making a change could be as easy as telling myself my life is becoming more and more beautiful every single day. The experiences that I have in my life, I love them more and more as time moves forward. I'm saying this like each word that I choose to speak creates the future for myself. I am truly loving this moment now, and in every single moment, I have a concept of true love within my being. It exists eternally, and I allow myself to flow with it. I watch myself narrate my reality, and I'm so excited to just tune into my inner world and be at peace with what is there, accepting of what is there, knowing that as awareness, I can change. In every single moment, I have the option to choose from an infinite field of thought which thought would be most pleasing, most helpful, most enjoyable for myself to be focused on. So I allow my focus to be focused, because I want to focus on thoughts that help me be healthy. I want to focus on thoughts that allow true infinite wealth to be part of my experience. I want to focus on thoughts that give me amazing experiences. So that's where I'm at with that. That's just me streaming my inner consciousness, letting you hear my mind. It's so cool to let you hear my mind, to know I don't have to hide it from myself or anyone else, that it's safe for me to express the mind that I'm experiencing. Let's see, I have some notes here. So another thing that I wrote is that I can change my thoughts, thus changing my experiences. I can change my thoughts, thus changing my experiences. I can decide that I can feel secure about what I've shared here. I can feel secure about what I've shared here today. And okay, self-consciousness has been a huge thing for me. I'm just gonna put it out there that, like, I've always been like nervous about my own appearance, nervous about my own speech, nervous. Like, so the fact that it came up for just a short minute and I was able to focus on it and EFT tap through it, like, amazing. I'm really happy with that. Ooh, 1 second. I'm getting something that, like, is just for me, so I want to just get it real quick. Okay, I can keep going now. The visions I see within me. So when I say visions, basically, like, imagine that you can see an apple right now. Now see a pink elephant. Like, are you seeing something in your mind? I don't know if you are, because not everybody is like this, but if I want to look at an apple right now, I can look at an apple. It's not with my eyes, it's internally. So these visions that I see within me are guides that show me where I am at emotionally or vibrationally. Sometimes in my life, I have seen something in my mind, and then I have seen it with my eyes moments later, days later, years later. Some people would call that conscious manifestation. Some people would call that psychic vision. I call it tuning into the field of possibility observing what's available to you based on the vibration that you're at. So I like to see within me what it is that I believe in, what it is that I see for myself, for my future. Ultimately, I believe that I am seeing my future within myself. If I see a vision of an experience that I would be in pain in or wouldn't like experiencing, or it would be difficult to go through, I know that I have the choice to think certain thoughts, to make those changes, to choose to focus my inner vision on a different potential, to allow myself to choose the future that I prefer most. If I change what thoughts I focus on, if I choose what thoughts I choose, my inner vision changes. This is me noticing this about myself. So this is just my truth. I'm not saying that this is the way things are for everybody, but this is how it is for me. If I change what thought I focus on, my inner vision changes. If I change what I'm choosing to focus on, my inner vision changes. A couple moments ago when I was talking about inner visions, I got an inner vision. I'm not going to tell you what it was because I'm going to keep it to myself, but it was pretty good and I was pretty excited about it. And I was like, let me put my focus on that. Oh, and there it is again. I can see it again. And maybe you're kind of psychic and you can actually see what I'm seeing, which is kind of cool. Some people have that ability. That was cool, right? So, and maybe I can put something together so if you got to this point and you want to know what the vision was, maybe you can send me an email, reach out to me. I saw this vision, and then when I started to focus on the moment and come back to this creation, this video, I couldn't see the vision anymore. I couldn't see any vision. I was truly focused on this present moment, and there was no vision. So it's for me, in every single moment, it is not true that in every single moment there is a vision. It's only in some moments, and it's not in every single moment. So if I change what thought I focus on, my inner vision changes. If I change my inner vision, my thoughts change. Okay, so this is another reason I want to touch on psychic readings and energy healings. This is why I'm very careful with who I connect to. I don't just connect with everyone and anyone in regards to receiving readings. Readings is something that I do myself, but I like getting them from others. I don't just get them from everyone because, look, if I change what thought I focus on, my inner vision changes. So if I choose to have a certain perception of who I'm reading for, that can influence the energy of the reading. So I always want to connect with, there's like a certain criteria I have in regards to who I'm connecting with, because I know that the information that they give me in regards to myself and my experience and my journey is going to be dependent on who they are and what their perception is. And there's a lot of different people in the world that are psychic and give psychic readings and have their spiritual gifts awakened. So it's an important choice, in my opinion, who will be connecting with me. And I truly want to connect with people that are in this beautiful vision of new earth being all people tuned into incredible states of being. People are at peace, people are in love, everyone has everything that they need in every single moment. Everybody is experiencing complete satisfaction and joy and love. We're all doing work that we love. We're all doing what feels purposeful and fulfilling. We're all living in alignment with the highest potential. And that's a project. That's something I work on. That's something I visualize, something that's very special to me. And I like for the people that I connect with to be in alignment with that vision as well, just to make it stronger, to keep it going, to keep it flowing. So yeah, beautiful. And one of my best friends that is in alignment with this energy is in my notes right now. I was going to talk about a bunch of other things that happened on my Sunday that were really good, but honestly, I might just leave this in my diary because you and I have been sitting here for almost 35 minutes now, and I feel like I'm pretty complete. If you want to sit with me a little bit longer, I'm going to stay on video because I just want to reflect on how awesome it is that I can be so honest I can share what I'm experiencing. And I just want to do a little meditation. I just want to listen to the world, both inside and outside. Oh my gosh, guys, look at this view. And see, like, a part of my mind said don't do that, but I did it anyway. That happens to me not as often as I used to, because I've been working on it, but the subconscious mind is collecting data from the ages of 0 to 7, meaning like sensory information, what you see, what you hear, what you touch, taste, smell. That's all happening. I said I was gonna meditate, and now here we are. That's so funny. But anyways, I'll just say this quickly. I know that my mind took in a lot of don't do that. So if you've never accessed your subconscious mind or worked on your subconscious mind, you're literally looping through the experiences that you had from ages 0 to 7 over and over and over again until you wake up and realize that you are the awareness that is experiencing the mind. You are not the mind itself. You are not the experiences that you've been having. You are the energy that's been attracting the experiences that you've been having. And you can change what it is that comes into your experience. You can choose your experiences through choosing what exists inside your subconscious mind. And there's so many different ways to reprogram the subconscious mind, to change the mind. EFT tapping is one of them, meditation, just by what you listen to and making sure that you consciously choose the state of being that allows you to access your subconscious mind. You must be in a state of relaxation and peace, so that the analytical mind will shut down. When the analytical mind shuts down, the doorway between the conscious and the subconscious mind is open, so that allows change to occur. If you're constantly analytical, you're in a constant state of stress, you likely are just, your subconscious mind is probably running the show, and I don't think that's fun for anyone. But yeah, that comes up a lot for me, and you know, sometimes, well, discernment is necessary. I must discern, okay, is this my mind? Why is my mind telling me not to do that? And sometimes it's just a habit, honestly, because there were a lot of things that created the statement, don't do that, to be said to me, or like, no, or that's not right, you know. It wasn't instilled in me for me to believe that I was good at making my own decisions. And honestly, from the perception of an adult, is it natural to look at children and think that they're good at making decisions? I don't think that I think that most adults look at children and think that they don't know how to make their own decisions. However, a child is on its way to becoming an adult. So to decide that the child knows that they are capable of making decisions, that will create an adult that knows that they're capable of making good decisions, or it will create an adult like me that went on a true journey of self-discovery and learning how the brain functions and learning all these different concepts and theories about how reality comes to be for the being that is in the experience of it, and choosing the concepts and philosophies that seem to be proven to be most true by the experiences that I have, and then noticing, hey, I don't think that I make really great decisions, or it's just like a belief that I have that seems to be underneath all these experiences that I've been having. What kind of inner work can I do to start to tell myself, you know, I do make good decisions? And for me to believe that that could be true, that was a huge part of my journey. I would say one of like the pillars that has allowed me to be who I am today. And I have this knowing that you are relating to this. So thank you for being here for this. Like I said earlier, a meditation at the end of this video is definitely needed. So we're gonna do a little meditation, and we're also gonna pick an oracle card. So this oracle card is for the energy of today. Temple, you're in a safe spot. I'm supposed to say that. You're in a safe spot. You are allowing safety into your body at this time, and it's really paying off. It's really working out. Do not fear change, commotion, or uncertainty, as the truth of the energy of all of life does not abandon you. Life is always within you. Everything you need is here in this moment. So please tune into the energy of safety at this time and practice that state of safety, okay? Like I said very early in this video, you can choose to create your physical reality, to be one that puts you into a certain state of being. You can also choose that you will experience a certain state of being regardless of what appears in your physical reality. Okay, so right now it might be safety for you, making it a habit for you to feel safe, switching out of a habit of feeling unsafe, getting into this habit of feeling safe, trusting that through choosing to feel safe, you will attract to yourself objects, people, places that continue to show you that feeling of being safe that you want to experience. You are sheltered by holy spiritual energy that resides in the inner temple of your heart. Your heart. You are exactly where you are supposed to be. There is light at the end of the tunnel. It is the illumination of divine knowledge, and it will let you see clearly where your path leads next. So there's like no worries. You're going to see exactly where your path leads next. Talk to yourself when you're in doubt, because you have the answers. Find your spirit all around in the temple of nature, in the unfamiliar holy house that so unexpectedly invites you in the beauty of your own soul. This energy of life, this energy of goodness and love is everywhere. That's the card I pulled today. Notice how it just blends in with my shirt. That's so nice. I love this card. It's one of my favorite cards. Makes me want to go to Greece. Greece might be significant, I don't know. So yeah, thank you, Sacred Blessings Oracle card, created by Evening Star, for allowing us to share this message today. Love it. Love it so much. I'm gonna put these away. Let's connect with our inner self. I know that was kind of short, but I feel complete in processing the experience of this video. Again, I'm so happy that you were here. Thank you for watching the whole thing and sharing the entire space with me. Your time and your attention is so valuable. So sharing that here with me is really an awesome gift. So thank you for giving me your presence. Thank you for giving me your love. And I pray that everything you give out comes back to you 10 times over. You're always in this beautiful dance of giving and receiving, and I'm so happy that I get to dance with you. So you are so special, and you are so loved and so loving, and I look forward to the continuation of this journey. With so much love and peace and joy, I end this video, and I look forward to the new ways that we will connect in our futures.